Thank you for choosing Angelina Bakery. Here we have a box of our famous bomboloni. You're going to receive it frozen. Make sure to keep it frozen at all times. We're going to go ahead and open it. And here it's going to be our frozen dough. We have a pan sheet tray here. Make sure to have oil coating spray. We're going to spray the tray well, so make sure to cover all the edges as well. We're gonna grab our frozen bomboloni, and if you have this size of a tray, we're gonna place 3 by 5, leaving some space between each other. And of course, if you have a smaller tray, just make sure to place them, spray the tray that you have, making sure that you have enough space between each one. So it's gonna be looking more or less like this. Now that our tray is ready with our bomboloni, they're gonna defrost a little bit. In the meantime, we can cover them with plastic, so make sure to cover them with some plastic wrap. Gently, not too tight. All right. And we're gonna let them defrost and proof. The total process is gonna take about 3 to 3 hours and a half, depending on the temperature of the room. We usually work with a room temperature between 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, and we want the room to be a little bit humid. So try to place the bomboloni in a humid environment. But if you don't, if it's not possible, it's okay. You can just leave it in the room where you can leave them, in the kitchen or wherever you prefer. So between 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, it's gonna take between 3 hours and a half. Our bomboloni will be ready when the volume is tripled. This is our tray of proofed bomboloni. As you can see, there's a noticeable size increase. So these bomboloni are ready. We just remove the plastic wrap. And now we're gonna let them rest at room temperature, always at room temperature, for about 30 minutes until the surface dries out completely. So since before we had the plastic, it kept the moisture inside. Now we remove the plastic and we're gonna let the surface dry out. After 30 minutes, our bomboloni have dried out. When you touch the surface and when you touch the sides, the bomboloni is completely dry. It will be kind of hard, so it's not sticky anymore. Now that our bomboloni has dried out, we can go ahead and fry it. Make sure to preheat the fryer at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So fryer is preheated. I usually fry in soybean oil, but also like peanut oil or canola oil is also good for frying. Once the fryer it's preheated and it's at temperature, we can go ahead and place our bomboloni inside. So we're gonna rub them gently with our hand without squishing them too much, so gently grab them like this, detach them from the tray, and we're gonna dump them in the fryer gently like this from the bottom. So gently grab them like this and place them in the fryer. Open hand. Our bomboloni are gonna fry for 3 minutes on the first side. Timer, kitchen timer here, it's set for 3 minutes. I'm gonna start it and I'm just gonna let the bomboloni fry. So first 3 minutes have passed. Now I'm gonna gently, with a spatula, gently flip the bomboloni so they can fry on the other side. Now we reset the timer, 3 more minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna prepare on the side a tray with some parchment paper. So once the bomboloni are ready, I can take them out from the fryer. Now the other 3 minutes have passed. Our bomboloni are now ready. I'm gonna lift them from the fryer. I'm gonna let oil drain a little bit, like this. Then I'm ready to move them on my tray with parchment paper. Gently move them here. As soon as I move them, I'm gonna flip them again, so we get the nicest round side. And now we're gonna let them cool down for just a minute. So after 1 minute has passed, we can coat our bomboloni with granulated sugar. So we have white granulated sugar, we place it in a bowl. Now we gently grab one bomboloni at a time. We throw it in the sugar and we just flip it a couple of times so it gets covered with sugar. Like this. Now that our bomboloni are covered with sugar, we let them cool down for just 5 minutes before filling it. Here we have our bomboloni coated with sugar. 5 minutes have passed. Now we can go ahead and finish them with your desired filling. My suggestion is always grab a small knife so we can make a small incision on the top of our bomboloni. I have some Nutella here. We're gonna make Nutella bomboloni, but you can choose your desired filling. Pastry bag, so it's always helpful, so make sure to have a pastry bag. We make a tiny cut on the tip, and now we're ready to fill. We're gonna pipe 35 grams approximately inside each bomboloni. A nice squeeze of cream. And now we just go ahead and finish them with some powdered sugar. We're just gonna dust some powdered sugar on top. Final touch, we're gonna add a tip of our cream. And that's how you're gonna make your Angelina Bakery famous bomboloni. The shelf life of our frozen bomboloni is gonna be 90 days, so make sure once you receive the boxes to store them immediately in the freezer. It will be 90 days shelf life from the date of production, so make sure to check on that. Once we make our fresh products, the bomboloni are gonna stay soft for up to 1 day, so they're gonna stay fresh for up to 24 hours. It's better to serve them, to eat them, enjoy them within 4 hours of the making.